What's up, guys? Today I got obligated to make dinner for the fam, so I decided why not make a video out of it. Today I'm making pork with wine mushroom sauce, one of my favorites, rice and peas, rice with peas actually, on the side to make sure to get the best of both worlds and make sure to get a lot of this sauce. So basically I just got myself some pork tenderloin from the store, and after washing it and making sure it's ready to go, cutting it into about finger-sized pieces. This is going to be for 3 people and probably going to have some leftovers as well for work. So let's pretty much just dive in. So basically, guys, like I said, we're going to cut the meat into finger-sized pieces, and really simple seasoning, salt and pepper, both sides, of course. God, I love this pepper grinder. I always feel like Gordon Ramsay or something. Like, if I hate using pepper from one of those little shakers, whatever. Definitely got to go fresh crack all the time. You know, gotta love that crack. I'm just joking. Anyway, so after we get the salt and pepper on there, really work it in, and then this requires a lot of onions. I decided to throw some shallots in there as well, just for a little bit of extra sweetness that the onion doesn't have. But, you know, it's just sitting in the fridge, so why the heck not? Decided to put probably about, 6-7 shallots, and we get our onion ready. I gotta say, you really gotta use the whole thing. It's really good with a lot of the onion. So we take our time just cutting it up. I don't really think I was using the right knife. I was using the chef knife, but I would have sharpened that knife the other day, so it was really sharp, and I like that. So heck, I went with it. So I'm also gonna defrost our peas that I got from the freezer, and that's probably about a cup. And we're also gonna have to prepare the rice. As you can see, we just went shopping. Gotta have those fruits and veggies, man. Always at home. Aldi's, baby. Gotta love that German. Gotta love those Germans. So once I get our mushrooms ready to go, I'm just gonna wash them, make sure I get all the dirt and debris out. Want to make sure they're nice and clean, and get those chopped pretty coarsely, actually. Don't have to really waste time with fine chopping. It's really good to just get a nice chunky mushroom. And also I'm going to throw probably about 5 or 6 pieces of garlic in there, and that really doesn't have to be worried about too much. But after you clean it, want to make sure we mince that very nicely. Make sure we get a lot of the flavor of the garlic in there. So we'll just cut that up really nice, and from there we want to grab a deep dish, saute pan, whatever you want to call it. So once I get the oil nice and hot, I usually throw a little piece of onion in there, just let it caramelize, and once it's really good and going, I'll get the rest in there. So that's all the onion, all the garlic going in there. Going to saute that, get that nice and toasty. Then we're going to throw in some salt and pepper in there as well. And once that's looking nice and getting nice and gold, we're going to throw in the mushrooms. We don't want to overcook the onions during that previous stage, just because everything is still quite a few steps to go. So we're going to throw in our mushrooms, get that going, let that cook. And when the mushrooms start to get nice and soft and release some of their liquid, we're going to go ahead and put our pork tenderloin inside and make sure everything fits. Of course, you want to use the big dish because we're going to use a lot of sauce. We're going to get a lot of sauce going on this. And you just really want everything to fit. And ideally, we're going to have to stir everything, so we don't want everything flying out of the pan, out of the dish. So always go big. Go big or go home, right? So once everything's going, everything's covered, you want to get enough wine. This is red wine. It doesn't really matter. Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Sauvignon, Je vous dois un croissant. Whatever, red wine, doesn't matter what kind. And I want to make sure that it's enough to fill the entire, cover everything, and also cover the pot, or the pan. We're going to cover that, let that simmer, not boil, simmer, and then we're going to put in 1.5 cups of rice for 3 people. And of course, with rice, it's a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning 1.5 cups of rice I'm going to have 3 cups of water to get that going. I did something a little bit different this time and got our oil in there, got it nice and hot, and then I'm going to slightly fry the rice and let it get from clear to slightly opaque and white, and you'll know when it's starting to get toasted just from the smelling. It's just like you'll be able to smell it. And then from there, we're going to throw in a little bit of onion and let that all kind of fry together. I want to give that a little bit of extra taste, and since I'm not going to use any butter or salt or anything. And then when it's really, really hot, boom, we're going to go ahead and put in the water. The water is boiling, and then it's going to simmer out, because of course you want to cook your rice when it's simmering instead of boiling. So we'll probably leave that in there for 10 minutes, let it do its thing. After that, oh, I forgot to mention, we got to put in the peas, but in the peas also, you want to put it in once everything's boiling. I'm going to do this fancy style, so I got a little bowl, make our little, presentation, of course. Get everything set up. And the rice really goes good with this because the rice, it gets a chance to absorb all that delicious sauce. And as you can see, guys, it really didn't take long at all. It's really easy. Served appropriate portions, but of course the sauce is the big part. The sauce has all the mushrooms. The wine's been reduced. And oh gosh, absolutely outstanding. So once we get some mushrooms to the plate, you're gonna see I'm gonna fill it up with the sauce. Make sure there's plenty of it. And of course, guys, anybody that knows me when I cook, presentation. So I put a little bit of parsley on the top. I like to clean my dish in particular because I was going to take a picture. I didn't add it to the video. Next time. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I really recommend, and please recommend any other cooking videos. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day.